Georgia Tech has done it again. They land one of the top cornerbacks in the transfer portal. This is Jonas Duclona. Comes over from USF after spending some time there. He also played some time at Wisconsin. A lot of experience at the cornerback position and has played at a high level. Finished this past year with 35 tackles, a sack, 4 pass defenses, 1 interception, and also a forced fumble. Now, why is this a hit for the Yellow Jackets? Because this dude can do a little bit of everything. He's a physical defensive back. He can play press. He can play zone. He also can come up in the running game and make big tackles and plays as well. And he also has very underrated ball skills. Now, remember, if you're thinking about Georgia Tech, they lost a lot of their talent this past year. Remember, no Rodney Shelley, no Amari Harvey, all them boys left. They're out of eligibility. They do bring back Zach Toby, who never hit the portal. They got Daquan White, Savion Riley. They also lost Jai Gilmore as well, who played a little bit of everything for the Yellow Jackets. But after that, they have a lot of young DBs. Elgin Sessions, who's very talented, and also Dalen Pinson. Now, it's underrated, but Dalen Pinson was a huge get for Georgia Tech back in the 2025 cycle. 4-star prospect, USC wanted them, Georgia Tech wins out in that deal. But they desperately needed at least a cornerback with some kind of level of experience. And remember, tomorrow's a big day for the portal because it officially ends. Now, I will have to go into detail and find out and research it way more to see, okay, if you enter your name into the portal, can you still commit and sign, or is that over with? That part, I'm not too sure about if that's when the portal ends. Like, is that it for accepting commitments, or is that just it for entering your name into the portal? That part, I don't know too much about. But nonetheless, for Georgia Tech, you talk about rebuilding your team and your defense and your secondary, this is a really good get because you get a guy, like I said, that's physical, has that experience, played Big Ten football. He's played, obviously, Group of 5 football, and he obviously knows all the ins and outs of several key defensive positions in the secondary. And like I said, at worst case, like I said, he would be a depth piece for the Yellow Jackets. A great scenario is he would be a starter for them potentially. So we'll see how everything shakes out. Sometimes guys you think are starters end up starting. Sometimes guys you think that'll be on the bench end up being on the bench. But this is a guy I think will have a role, and we'll see how short of a leash that is for Coach Kobe Jones. If, one of the guys struggle, if one of his veteran corners struggle, will he lean to some of the young guys? Not too sure, but with 2 years of eligibility, really good pickup for Georgia Tech as they continue to try to really hit on this portal. I did an article tonight on top 5 portal acquisitions. I talked about Jalen Mbakwe. I talked about obviously Noah Carter. I talked about Justice Haynes, Joseph Ionata, and obviously the guy they got today as well. So Georgia Tech's doing their thing in the portal. I honestly have to say, if you're a Tech fan, you should be very impressed. They're showing that they're a team that can win, and showing that a team that's fully invested into the 2026 campaign and season, and they want to do whatever it takes to land the high-end talent. So shout out to Georgia Tech and head coach Brent Key.